Is this normal? Waking up every day around 4 a.m., groggily getting up to go to the bathroom. Then you go back to your bed, but by then, sleep has escaped you, and instead of resting, you greet the morning exhausted, tired, and your mind is clouded. This makes you feel frustrated every night in the quiet darkness, while your partner, of course, is sleeping like a solid block of ice, enjoying their deep sleep. And you wonder, why me? Could this be just a result of aging? Many people think that their frequent nighttime urination is normal and inevitable, and that it's part of aging. However, the truth is that this is not normal, and you don't have to live with it. In this video, we will reveal the real reason behind this phenomenon, which millions silently suffer from, and more importantly, the simple strategy that can restore your peaceful nights without the hassle of frequent nighttime awakenings to urinate. More than 75% of adults over the age of 60 wake up 1 to 3 times a night to urinate. This condition is scientifically known as nocturia. This is not only annoying, but it is also a warning from your body that carries real risks. Seniors who walk around in the dark to urinate while half asleep are at risk of falling, which can lead to bone pain and even fractures. This phenomenon also negatively affects brain health and concentration. Deep, complete sleep is essential for cleansing the brain of toxins and enhancing memory and cognition. Not only that, when you wake up frequently during the night, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol, causing elevated blood pressure and a rapid heart rate, which impacts your heart health. Chronic fatigue robs you of your happiness, makes you anxious and irritable, can lead to depression, distances you from your loved ones and friends, and traps you in a cycle of fatigue that is difficult to escape. If you suffer from this phenomenon, don't get angry, as it is like an alarm siren screaming in the night, and a warning signal from your body to avoid serious consequences that millions of elderly people ignore out of shame and resignation. Don't be one of them, and be with us in finding a comprehensive solution to this phenomenon. Before we start, press like to know the number of people interested in these types of videos. And if you are a new follower, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell to receive all new videos. Why does this happen as we age? There are 3 main reasons. First, the body's production of ADH, or antidiuretic hormone, decreases. This hormone works at night to tell the kidneys to slow down urination production during sleep. But with age, the secretion of this hormone decreases, so the kidneys continue to work at full capacity, which leads to the bladder filling up quickly. Second, decreased functional bladder capacity, meaning the bladder becomes more sensitive and less able to retain urine, even if it is not completely full, and thus the urge to urinate begins. Third, fluid redistribution. During the day, some fluid collects in the legs due to gravity, especially in those who suffer from swollen feet. When you go to sleep, this fluid returns to the bloodstream, then to the kidneys, and ends up in the bladder, which wakes you up shortly after you fall asleep. But before we get to the solution, let's bust 3 common myths that are mistakes that make things worse, as most well-intentioned people make them, and that cause you to frequently go to the bathroom at night. Myth 1. I drink as little water as possible during the day to avoid nocturnal urination. This is a big mistake, as your body isn't that simple. When you're dehydrated during the day, your urine becomes highly concentrated. This highly concentrated urine irritates your bladder walls. This irritation sends signals to you, go to the bathroom now, even if your bladder isn't full, increasing the urge to urinate. Then, when you drink in the evening, your body tries to replenish and process all of the fluids at once. This happens while you sleep at night. Myth 2. The problem is my small bladder. This is a misconception. You could have the world's largest bladder and still complain of frequent urination at night. The problem isn't the size of your bladder, but rather the fact that if your kidneys are constantly producing urine, you'll keep waking up at night to urinate. This happens as a result of the body's decreased production of antidiuretic hormone, as we mentioned earlier. Myth 3. A glass of wine or beer helps me sleep. This myth is extremely harmful, not only because it causes excessive urination, but also because it is harmful to your overall health. Although alcohol may initially make you sleepy, it actually ruins your overall well-being due to frequent trips to the bathroom. It is a powerful diuretic, as it aggressively suppresses the secretion of the antidiuretic hormone ADH. Therefore, drinking alcohol before bedtime has a dire effect by ruining your rest. Furthermore, alcohol negatively affects the quality of sleep, often causing you to wake up in the latter half of the night. Okay, now that you know what doesn't work, take a good step and stay away from alcohol before it's too late. Now, here's the effective strategy that has changed the lives of millions of people, allowing them to enjoy good sleep without waking up frequently to urinate. We call it smart hydration, and it consists of several simple steps. First, drink most of your fluids in the first half of the day, consuming about 75% of your daily water intake before 4 p.m. For example, start your day with 2 or 3 cups of water. Then distribute your water and fluid intake throughout the morning and afternoon. From 4 p.m., gradually reduce your fluid intake, but don't stop abruptly. Instead, gradually reduce it until dinner. Make sure to eat dinner 3 hours before bedtime, and only drink enough to finish the meal. Don't fill your glass. Create a critical time 2 hours before bedtime, during which you don't drink any fluids. If you go to bed at 10 p.m., stop drinking completely from 8 p.m. Make sure to avoid caffeine in the evening and stay away from alcohol completely, as it acts as a diuretic and interferes with sleep. This method doesn't rely on drugs or surgical interventions, but rather on a precise and scientific understanding of how the body works. When you apply it, you'll notice a real difference in the quality of your sleep, your energy, and your overall health. Second, when you go to the bathroom before bed to urinate and after the urination stops, you must sit for at least a minute and try to push any remaining urine in order to excrete, as studies have indicated that the cessation of urine after urination doesn't mean that the bladder has been completely emptied. The study indicated that a third of the urine still remains, so be careful to apply this simple and easy advice. But it is very important. You must do any exercise, especially exercises that strengthen the abdomen muscles, as this is very important and necessary. Dear viewers, this was all we have today. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Write your opinion in our comment section, and people who follow us for the first time, subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell to receive all new videos. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.